It's Horror Comics recap time. Get excited. Remember, this isn't a set of reviews, just a list of what you'll find when you hit the comic shops this week in Comics Horror, April 17th, 2024. Before we get to the innards of this video, I just wanted to let my devoted followers know that I wrote another film and it'll be out this Friday, April 19th on Tubi as a Tubi original. I haven't seen this one. I have no idea how faithful the final film will be to my script, but I did write it. It's my second feature film to be made and the first stab at a disaster movie, and I called it Earthquake Underground. Now you may say, Mark, all earthquakes are underground, but the name refers to a handful of survivors of a massive earthquake trapped in a building who find themselves underground and desperate to find their way to the surface. I had a blast writing this with the good people at the asylum. If you have a spare hour and a half and want to check out a fun disaster movie, Earthquake Underground is free on Tubi this Friday, and maybe, just maybe, you'll find something to like about it. Let's check out This Week in Comics Horror, April 17th, 2024. This week in
Ass, titties, ass and titties, ass, titties, titties, ass and titties.
honors comic books who feature the wonderful aspects of the female form. It's cheesecake, it's lowbrow, but damn it, it sells books, and we love it. Dynamite delivers this week's pair of books. Elvira Meets H.P. Lovecraft #3 from David Avallone and Kuber Ball has Elvira and Lovecraft searching high and low for the Necronomicon, venturing in and out of many of Lovecraft's iconic tales of cosmic unknown horrors. And check out that photo cover. Elvira's still got it.
Yeah, baby. Nice. Nice. Nice.
Oh my.
And not to be outshined, Vampirella offers up another barely clothed cover, once again defying all forms of physics and good taste. In this 668th issue, Christopher Priest and Ergun Gunduz moves Vampy closer to figuring out how to not die over and over again in a continuous Groundhog's Day loop. Every week, I tell you all, indie horror comics is where you find the good stuff on the printed page. This week is no exception. Cauldron of Horror #4 is from AC Comics. It appears to be an anthology horror series. What I love about books like this is that there most likely is at least one solid story to enjoy in these books, and I love taking a chance with indie horror anthologies like this one. Edie, You Are What Eats You, is a story about a woman dealing with a trauma after a serious attack by what seems to be a monster. I haven't been able to check this series out yet, but by that cover for issue #3, it seems there's some body horror going on, as well as a lot of psychological terror from creators Paul Catalanotto, Greg Woronchak, and Blood Moon Comics. Gargoyles creator Greg Weisman and artist Pascal Quilano reanimate the old cartoon with a new series entitled Quest, putting our stony heroes on, what else? A quest to save humanity from the evil Demona and her newest plans to destroy the world. But if the world is destroyed, there'll be no perches left for the gargoyles to sit on. I don't think Demona has thought this plan all the way through. John Carpenter has been making comics for a while now, but this time he's paired with Dark Horse Comics writer Michael Morici and artist Alberto Jimenez Albuquerque to bring forth Toxic Commando, Rise of the Sludge God. This second issue has a monster made of pollution rampaging across the globe with a gritty group of mercs trying to clean up the mess. Also from Dark Horse, James Tynion IV and Michael Avon Oeming delve into the mysterious real-life encounters with the elusive Men in Black in Blue Book 1947, number 3. You'd better keep their names out of your mouth. Those guys tend to be a bit slap-happy. This book is always a fascinating read, and one of the first ones I start flipping through in my car after leaving the comic shop. If you're a writer and approach an indie publisher, the motto you always hear is, no superheroes and no zombies. Well, here are 3 titles that didn't listen to those guys and delve headfirst into the zombie horde. I found the first issue of Ablaze's Almost Dead to be surprisingly typical when it comes to a zombie book. That's no knock on the book, it's just that I felt like I'd seen this story before. Maybe this second issue, from someone named Galaxy and Ryan Benjamin, will distinguish this zombie outbreak story from The Flock. Fans of Sam Raimi's Evil Dead series will want to seek out Army of Darkness Forever, which continues Ash's never-ending battle against the undead Deadites. This story picks up right after the director's cut of Army of Darkness ends and continues the story into a desolate post-apocalyptic landscape. It's from Tony Fleecs and Pop Man. And The Walking Dead Deluxe number 87 continues to reprint the old stories in full bloody color. This issue, from Kirkman and Adlard, is the controversial phone call issue, and it's an emotionally devastating one indeed. This week in Big 2 Horror unleashes 3 attempts to appeal to the masses, yet still have a little bit of that horror we all know and love. At DC, John Constantine, Hellblazer, Dead in America number 4, has John posing as a priest at the Mexican border. I'm sure writer Simon Spurrier and artist Aaron Campbell has a hellacious and topical adventure in store for Constantine there. And over at Marvel Comics, Ghost Rider Final Vengeance number 2 has the Hood take on the mantle of the Flaming Skull. From Benjamin Percy and Danny Kim, this story is bound to deal with some gray area, low-level crime that has been the Hood's calling card since the very beginning. Finally, isn't the Hulk big enough? Apparently not, as giant-sized Hulk number 1 from Philip Kennedy Johnson and Andrea Baccardo promises a monumental issue of Hulk mayhem. But this issue also reprints a classic story by Peter David and Dale Keown, which to me is the real reason to pick this book up. Well, that was a plentiful crop of horror comics released this week. Surely there's something listed here that you'll find worth your precious time and hard-earned money. Let me know which ones look good to you down in the comments. Please do me a favor and punch that like button down below. Share this video with all of your social media addicted pals. Click subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for notifications. You're doomed to live the life you're meant to be, stuck inside